Hello everyone, Loki Master 666 here to do another review, this time Naruto chapter 648 entitled A Shinobi's Dream. Now I'm just going to get right into it. This chapter was not bad at all. I would say Bleach and One Piece were better personally, but still, hey, for being the least interesting of the big three this week, I would say that it was still actually decent. Better than the last chapter, actually. Now, we get more exposure on Sasuke Susanoo and why he is able to harm Obito, or Jubito, if you will, and that is that Jugo has apparently bestowed his curse seal over Sasuke Susanoo. I was kind of irritated at that for a moment, for a few reasons. The first was plot convenience. I figured, Kishimoto, you're just pulling something out of your ass. But then I remembered, and I don't even remember where this was mentioned, apparently the curse seal does originate from Sage Chakra. I just don't remember where they said that. So I'd say that wasn't bad. I mean, there are plenty of worse things that they could have used for that or something. Like, they could have given Sasuke Rinnegan out of nowhere and been like, oh, Rinnegan, Hashirama sells Uchiha tablet Sage Jutsu, it makes sense, herp derp. I don't like when series will use the logic. Since our series does not have logic and it is fiction, therefore we don't have to use logic. Because even series with fiction at least make sense. You can't use your own illogical series to help your logic. That you can't do that. So I'm glad Kishi didn't stoop that low. But the problem that I have with the second problem that can't be refuted is the fact that Sasuke has to receive help from somebody else and still be weaker than Naruto. Still. Come on. Come on. I didn't particularly care for that, but at least Sasuke now has a way to fight Obito with this whole Senjutsu is the only thing that tends to work, because that's just OP as fuck, being able to get rid of all ninjutsu. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, so basically Karin gets told pretty hard. She wants to fight in, but Suigetsu shuts her down, and I'm just like, even Sakura is a bigger match for you. You're even more useless than Sakura. You're a ripoff of Sakura. I don't like Karin at all. She acts like Sakura, but takes it to the extreme. You did see last chapter with the whole... Really? I mean, the only thing worse than being like Sakura, but worse, because let's face it, majority of the things Sakura does is fucking annoying, but to take that to the extreme is just ridiculous, is the fact that she can't fight worth a damn. And granted, recently she got herself a nice little power-up, but it was still not much. Karin doesn't even have that to counteract what she does. Now, Orochimaru says something very interesting. Actually, both he and the second Hokage do, Tobirama, and what they basically both say is, Orochimaru says that Sasuke may one day surpass Madara. And a lot of people are kind of off about that, but I don't see why you should be. I mean, is that not the whole point of Naruto? We have one generation, and then we have the next generation, and that generation surpasses the previous one, and the next generation surpasses the previous one, so on and so forth. Let's face it, the ancestors after Naruto are going to be stronger than him. If Naruto has a son, that son's going to be stronger than Naruto, and if Naruto's son has a son, the grandson's going to be stronger than the son, so on and so forth. That's just the way it fucking works. Are you actually surprised that people think Sasuke's going to be stronger than Madara? Of course Madara would fucking own Sasuke, even without Edo Tensei, but let's face it, by the end of the series, or perhaps later on, Sasuke's going to be stronger. It's just the way it fucking is. And, of course, Tobirama says that Naruto is very much like Hashirama and will become stronger than him. I'm kind of wondering if he is now. He might actually be stronger than him now, or at least fucking close. I mean, he's... whatever, but if he's not, then he will be by the end of the fucking series. That's just the way it works. That's just the way it works. I mean, anyone who's actually surprised that these two will be stronger than, especially since they're compared to Hashirama and Madara. If anyone who's actually surprised that they're going to surpass their ancestors needs to take a rework at this series and just reread the entire fucking thing, because that's just the way it works. You don't remember the whole Azuma Shikamaru Shogi match where the king was considered the future generation because they're the most precious ones. In real life, it doesn't work that way, but this isn't fucking real life. This is fucking Naruto. Anyway, so basically we get Hashirama's Talk no Jutsu, the inventor of the Talk no Jutsu, only it's spread out across through the entire fucking Shinobi Alliance. And we see a group of people. It's very interesting. We see the 5 original Kage from the villages, and we see the people, 4 people, we can't see the 5th person, standing behind Actually, no, we can't. We just can't see his face. We see 5 people standing behind those Kages who are like advisors, or I guess would be considered the replacement of Hokages, because we know for a fact that Tobirama, of course, becomes the second Hokage. And one of those people is a guy with hair like Orochimaru, apparently. And then everyone's like, is that Orochimaru? Is he a secret Edo Tensei? Has he been immortal forever? And granted, we haven't had his origins explained as far as when he was born. People who just immediately assume that's Orochimaru are just... You're overthinking things. You're overthinking things. That's all there is to it. That guy looks nothing like Orochimaru. He looks like Orochimaru's hair from the back. You know who else, by that logic, looks like Orochimaru? Kushina. That looks just like Kushina as much as it does Orochimaru, because red hair on Kushina looks dark just like it fucking does in the manga. It looks dark. It doesn't look red. That's just the way it works. You can't tell if it's brown or black or red. It's just dark. That's just the way manga fucking works. Just like I thought Mei Terumi, oddly enough, was a blonde until I saw the anime and was like, holy shit, she has brown hair. I could never tell that from the manga. So people who instantly think it's Orochimaru, granted it's the most likely if it was a person, should just think about it. There's like 8 people who have that hairstyle or similar color in Naruto. It could just be a random person or a new person. I mean, just don't always assume. I mean, granted, Orochimaru would be the most logical for the reasons that were explained. Just, it's overthinking to say the least. Now, a lot of people tend to not like the flashback with the 5 Kages, but it was actually the best part of the chapter in my eyes. We didn't learn anything from it, really, except that even back at the beginning, the Sand Village still wants to be a dick and control everything. I just thought that was fucking hilarious. But the point of it, and my favorite moment, was when they came back from the flashback, because basically what Hashirama was trying to say, he was pulling some Part 1 shit. Hashirama was basically saying, all these villages finally uniting, what I've been trying to do my whole life, and has actually succeeded. That is my ninja way. Now, when someone basically goes the whole "that's my ninja way," that's when the series comes back, because that was the golden moments of the series, when they had ninja ways. That's just the way it fucking is. Yeah, so that's pretty much the whole chapter. It goes in and out between flashback and current time. Whatever. I'm hoping next chapter, honestly, will be a little better. They need to pick up the pace, because it's starting to become obvious that Kishi's stalling. The entire series was a fucking stall. Come on. I do want to see the series and then say a chapter of my life is complete. So let's move along. So that's my chapter review. Pretty good chapter. Pretty good chapter. I'm hoping next week this will be better. On to Bleach, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, etc. And I'll see you guys next time.